An example of how married women need to keep single women out of their business. Let's talk.
The Painful Excellence Podcast.
Drew Titan Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. That's a Painful Excellence Podcast. Let's talk about it. There's a viral video going around. I'm assuming this woman is a real estate agent, doing quite well for herself. Pretty black woman. Salute to my black queens out here. But I got annoyed watching her video. I'm going to show it to you in a second. She basically had a lot to say about the inner workings of her friend's marriage and how her friend's husband was treating her. I'm not sure if she asked her friend, hey man, are you happy in this relationship? Are you okay? She basically based the workings of her marriage off of what she felt her husband should be doing for her. And to get a gist of what I mean, I'm gonna play this video. I'm gonna play what she said, and we're gonna play the response, and then I'm gonna comment on it. So here it is, and I need you to pay attention.
Friend of 4 years just ended our friendship over a man. I'm gonna tell you the story. So the way it works out is her birthday, their anniversary, Christmas, my birthday, New Year's. So right around this time of the year, we're chatting a whole bunch. Girl, what you doing? Girl, what you doing? Da, 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 da. Y'all, so this year, no different. Hit her up. Let me set this up because I need my hands up. I'll tell you a story. This is literally what I said. Where did y'all go for y'all anniversary? And she goes, oh, we just went out to dinner. He got me flowers and some jewelry. And I was like, and she was like, don't start. And now I'm gonna start. And we all need to start starting with our friends who are accepting like low effort shit from the men that they're with. Now let me preface this by saying he's a man of means, okay? I sold this man his third property when I was in real estate. I've seen his place. This man makes well into the mid to high six figures.
That's a mistake. Mistake. This woman she was granted access to the finances of this man. And she has a preconceived notion on how their marriage works. But I'm going to continue to play the video.
Okay, and you are the type of person that likes to travel because we bonded over that. We've traveled and taken trips together before. It's just so minimal to me what he does for her every time. A birthday, flower, dinners, a gift. Anniversary, flowers, dinners, gift.
It's unique how I paused it on her making that face. To my followers who are married and to my followers that are single, is it reasonable to believe that a single person's priorities, financial priorities, are not the same as a married person's priorities? But this video is actually going to explain itself. Well, let me proceed.
Like, it's the same shit over and over and over and over again. And I'm like, girl, you deserve better. There's over 70 luxury resorts in the United States alone. Even if he just took you to one a year, it would take y'all a lifetime. Literally, you should not just be at home all the time.
Don't tell me what your priorities are. Show me where you spend your money, and I will tell you what your priorities are. This is a single woman talking. I'll proceed.
When y'all doing big celebrations like this, like, I feel like you're just accepting, yo, and this is what
I feel. What do we talk about when women say to what they feel? You could feel like $1 million, but look like you're worth 2. There's dudes in the hood there was a dude that lived in some hood I used to go through on my way to work, and his name was Million, but he lived in the projects. Why is that boy's name Million? Million what?
pisses me off so much about it is that whenever she's talking about him and stuff that he does, it's always spectacular. But when she talks about stuff that he does for her, like, yes, it's nice, but it's not spectacular in comparison to what he does for himself. I'm like,
ladies, if you have single friends, they may not all be like this, but under no circumstances are you to discuss what goes on in your household. Because it's a possibility, as great as they say their lives are, and they get to, obviously this woman does well for herself, and she gets to go on her girly girl trips, and she pays her own way, and she seems like a I don't need no man kind of woman. She doesn't disclose whether she even has a boyfriend, but I doubt in the last maybe 24 months that she hasn't had a sex partner. When a woman does what this woman does, she actually is jealous of your situation. You found the man of means. She just said he's a man of means. And he invested those means into a woman, and he's doing right by her. She never said that he gives off infidelity vibes or anything like that. She said he's a man of means, and she's just mad that her friend is not getting taken to these luxury spots. But the woman's going to answer this. And this is why I asked the question years ago, are women really frenemies? You know what a frenemy is? They smiling in your face, backstabbers. Yeah. They could have kept this argument between them. Why is she on social media airing this out and putting her quote unquote former friend on blast? She did this. You know why? She needs validation because she knows she's wrong. But let's go ahead.
Girl, this man does not like you. He's with you. You're integrated into his life. Yeah, he may say he loves you, but he does not like you.
Are you kidding me? He done bought a house, and you about to see his wife, her former friend, in a minute. And her clap back is epic. But it's so second nature. It rolled off her tongue. It came from the heart. It's what you're supposed to say when someone is hating on you. See, the thing is, young lady, you didn't like your friend. How dare she get involved with a man of means and bought a house and takes care of her and her children? Infidelity is not the problem. I bet you this woman spent a lot of time trying to get her to come out and turn up on the weekends and go on a girls trip with her. I bet you she did. And I bet you it's still her girlfriend that I'm going to play in a second that clapped back at her. I bet you there's a lot of things she could have said that she didn't. But let's proceed.
Okay, for his birthday, this video getting a little long, so I'm gonna do part.
So she's monitoring how they treat each other as far as spending money in treatment. She's monitoring it. Mind you, she's not involved directly in their relationship. She just says he's a man of means, and I feel he could be doing more financially. Not one time did she mention the fact that her friend has children. But I'll let her friend mention it, though.
Part 2.
So since y'all keep sending me the video and since I'm blocked, let's just talk about it.
She's blocked, so she couldn't deal with her directly. So this is her response. This is the friend.
First and foremost, the fact that you started your video talking about my friend of 4 years cut me off over a man and didn't actually explain what the dynamic of the relationship was, I'm going to do that for you. You didn't get cut off over a man. You got cut off over my man, my husband, the person that's the most important to me.
There you go. Cut off over a man. See, so from day one, from the jump, she didn't respect her husband. Although he bought a house for him, his wife, and then you find out through her children. She didn't disclose that she was a mother. Not everyone is rich. And even if you're rich, there's certain things that that take priority. Do you spend $10,000 on a vacation, or do you invest that for your kids' future? But if you're single with no children, your priorities are a lot different. In respect to them, to the people that live like that, that's fine. But once you have a family, it's no longer only about you. So no, not her man. This was her husband. Let's proceed.
You live a life where you live in la la land. You, A, don't have a man.
Okay.
B, don't have somebody, have never had anybody that does for you what my husband does for me. You.
Wow. She could have stopped talking right there. Don't have a man and never had anybody to do for you what my husband does for me. She's laying down the law. Queens, please take note. This woman found a man, and even the woman, her former friend that tried to cut her up, said he's a man of means. Bought a house. She saw the finances. He's a six-figure man. Sounds like this woman right here has a catch, and she's honoring the man that she's with because he's honoring her and the family. And this chick's over here talking about vacations and he could be doing more. That's why Shorty in the front was at the front of this was single. But I'll proceed. Let's go.
You are a pocket watcher. You clock everything that is done in a manner in which you wouldn't accept it, but nobody's even doing for you what my man does for me.
Holy cow. She's killing her politely. She is Claire Huxtabling her. Claire Huxtable, you remember how she used to cut people down? No screaming, no yelling. She just cut you down.
Yeah.
Damn.
You're upset, wholeheartedly upset, more upset than me that I got jewelry, dinner, and flowers, the thing that I requested, the thing that I enjoy, because baby, I'm a mother and a wife and I work full time. I be tired. I don't want to do a whole lot of stuff all the time.
So this is what she wanted. This is what she wanted. She got what she wanted. So what's Shorty's problem?
And it's not out of the norm, having been married all of these years, for my husband for our anniversary to take me to dinner, get me flowers, and get me a gift. That's enough.
Right.
It's not low effort. It's not bare minimum. You're not a celebrity. You don't live a life where this is happening for you and everybody else around you.
Right.
So like, what? Not only that, you're disclosing information to the internet that's not your business to tell. Like,
See that? She needs validation. The simpletons are going to hear that and say, oh, well, he's rich. He's choosing not to do that for her. I'm so glad this woman did this video. She could have taken the high road and not said anything. But I'm so glad she clapped back at her. This woman had a part 2 to her other video. I don't care to hear it. because she's gonna go on and talk about what her husband does. I don't want to hear it. So glad this young lady did this video. She's a gem. Shout out to her and her husband.
Why are you coming on the internet talking about my man's income? Because you sold the house. Like, be so for real. You're weird.
That's strange.
And not for nothing, but what we do with our finances is for a greater purpose for our kids, because
Listen to that.
we are building generational wealth. We are trying to make sure that we can retire early. So getting flown out or going on a trip all the time is not our top priority.
What did I say earlier? Don't tell me what your priorities are. Show me where you spend your money and I'll tell you what they are. Her and her husband. I heard children, I heard retirement early, and I heard generational wealth. You can't do that and fly all around the world and go to the Maldives. Now, if Shorty got it like that to do it on her own, kudos to you. But why are you pocket watching your quote unquote friend and disclosing their finances to a degree? This is ridiculous.
And as that man's wife, I know how to be an asset to him.
Wow.
Whoa! What the yeah, it's kind of pretty before we get started. What?
Well, modern women always talking about teamwork. This woman works. Her husband works. The hating friend said he's a man of means, and she's still complaining. And she says, this is amazing. She's talking about generational wealth, early retirement. You see what I mean?
And this is why I say I don't accept relationship advice, for real, from people who don't have successful relationships.
Goodness. Claire Huxtable, 100%.
They've never been married. They don't have anything for real. They live in delusion in La La Land, and they only dream about the day that a man's gonna come in and do half the stuff that my man does for me.
Right.
Oh,
So thank y'all for coming to my TED Talk. That's the tea. Have a blessed day.
Single women keep women single. It's all throughout our culture. Go back to In Vogue when they had that little lead in. What's going on, girl? It's so and so. It's, oh, you should just leave him. You shouldn't put over there. There ain't no man worth all that. Ding dong. Oh, I gotta go. That's Kevin. See, when the woman got a man, it's always the single friends that tend to be on the outside telling that what you should and should not accept. But you ask her,
Tell my wife to come in here.
where's your wedding ring and your husband? So you get women who at the 1 minute, I love him because he does everything, but you got a woman in there. Yeah, he's trying to control. Girl, that's what this is. Oh, that's what that is. Oh, that's narcissistic.
truth is truth. Now, I know that stung. And I know there might be some women that'll be like, oh, man, they're going to find fault in this. But I didn't say this. This was a disagreement between two women and a single woman who doesn't understand how a marriage works, how taking care of kids work, what generational wealth means. She may have heard it, a lot of you heard it, but to work towards it is something different. You can hear about something, but have you ever worked towards it? For all I know, did that woman disclose? Y'all know who she is on TikTok? I ain't go looking for her, but does she have children? Is she a single mom, or does she have a boyfriend? Well, according to her friend's clapback, excuse me, she doesn't. Don't have a man. Never had a man to do any of the things that her husband is doing for her. But she gets on social media because how dare she? I'm living my best life. I'm making my own money. I sold that house to her husband, and I saw the finances. How dare he not take my friend? I feel she needs to be going on these girl trips or luxury resorts or whatever. I'm willing to bet there's been a few times where that girl tried to snatch her out the house. Yo, girl, we going to the club. Come over here. Yo, girl, we going to brunch. We going to do this. We going to do that. This is a classic example of how married women need to keep single women out of their business. She just didn't think that the relationship would go sour like that, and that she would go to social media and say something like that. Had everyone thinking that another woman chose a man over her girlfriend. Come to find out that that man was that woman's husband. There's nothing wrong, ladies, with putting your husband before your girlfriend. You married that man. And if your girlfriends are single, you better watch out. Key word, she said, well, key phrase, he's a man of means. I've seen, basically, she's seen his income. And if they divorced, her friend, trust me, is the type to slide up in those DMs. This was low, this was disgusting, but this was a classic example of why a lot of women that I've met in my life, they can't keep other female friends. They might have one or two around that they've grown up with, but they don't keep a wide stable of women. Why? Women specialize in backstabbing each other. And then y'all wonder why men have to be so cautious. You see it all the time. The camera goes on and they're in some restaurant and there's 10 of them at the table and they're trying to split the bill, and there's one or two chicks saying, well, I only had the appetizer, so I'm giving y'all $10. I only ate the breadsticks, so I'm chipping in $20. But the bill is $1,200. There's 10 of us. I thought we agreed to split everything evenly. No, well, you had like 3 lobsters, a steak. Why should I pay for that? I only ate some breadsticks and had a glass of water. I only had a wine. Friendships are breaking up over splitting a bill at a restaurant. I mean, this is real stuff. I see this all the time. Then when they can't make a decision, what happens? Dine and dash. Now, I'm not saying that this chick is a bum on that level, but that was very low, man. That was very low. And I'm so glad, I don't know Shorty's name, but she clapped back on some Claire Huxtable-ish, and I love it. Thank you for that. Ladies, I hope you learn from this. If you're a single woman and you got a married friend, stay out her business. Stay out her business. You're a strong, independent black woman. Well, maintain. Because y'all don't need no man. You could do it by yourself. Don't try and corrupt your married friend, because that's low. You could do it by yourself, then do it by yourself. But don't try and corrupt your friend. Ladies, if you have a friend that's trying to corrupt you, be smart. Okay? Be smart. This is absurd. The man makes a strong 6 figures, bought a house, and they talking about generational wealth. And this woman talking about he's not a good dude. He don't like you. He can't take you on luxury vacations. What more do you want? Further proof that these women will always find those types of women, not all women, but those types of women will always find a problem. You know why? Because her friend, with all her success in real estate or whatever else she's doing, she's miserable. And what do we say? What has been told to you by grandma, for those of you that had a conventional family? Misery, what? Loves company. But y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Take it gently.
The Painful Excellence Podcast.